I think there's a positive and negative about Costello. The negative is people made too much money and it lasts too long. I think Costello was necessary. We had an awful system. The Costello was aimed at overcrowding. It was overcrowded. I went to Florida State Prison and I went to Union Correctional Institution, and at Union there were 18 people in a cell built for 6. That is not a good way to run a system, and you know the least in that was abused all the time, and it makes for a very dangerous situation for staff. If it's overcrowding, it's dangerous for staff. If there is medical problems, and we know at the time when Costello started, most of our doctors did not have medical certification here in the state of Florida, and a lot of them could not speak the language, and there's a lot about medicine is social. And the inmate has to tell you what's wrong with him, and the doctor has to communicate with that inmate, and that was not being done. And people are sent to prison as punishment, not for punishment. And we were not housing them appropriately. We had fire safety issues. Food service was awful. I was in the middle of a riot down at DeSoto in 1981, and it was all around food service. It was around, they wouldn't keep the grits refrigerated, so therefore the weevils will, I mean, you would have the hatchings in the grits, and they would just scrape the mealworms out the way, and then they would cook the grits, and it was just awful, and we didn't have any standards, and so Costello did a lot to improve housing, medical care, fire safety, and it did a lot to improve things for the correctional staff that work. And as we build, we professionalize the staff, better uniforms, better training, better equipment, and so I think it went hand in hand. It stayed around a little too much, I think, of some lawyers and some monitors and masters were making money, but we finally were able to end Costello, but there was a lot of positive. Some of the things we have today and the funding we have, we would not have had if it had not been for the lawsuit. And I think when people come to prison, we have a right and responsibility to protect their civil rights. And if we don't protect theirs, then pretty soon we won't be doing that in the public.